Hi there, welcome to Talkers Reviews. Today I'm going to talk about a dear and good game to me. It is Descent, the second edition. And you see it as well, it's already set up. But there is one difference though. I'm going to talk about an app actually, Road to Legend. This app is made by Fancy Flight Games and it totally eliminates the need for an overlord. Finally, you can play this game as a full co-op experience.
Hello.
But it is not the first time Fancy Flight Games has made a cooperative opportunity for this game. You could buy these mini expansions that had a co-op adventure for you and your friends, or solo actually. So each of these cards represents a room and challenges and events that will happen, and also they control all the creatures. But you see, these are always the same creatures. So you fight all the same monsters all the time, and once you play through the campaign once, you're kind of through, because all these cards represent a puzzle, the same monsters, and well, when you played it, it's done. So can this app make a difference? The short answer is yes, it does. Okay, so here I have set up for a solo adventure. I have control of 4 heroes, and I'm in the middle of a side mission here. So the app has told me to set up this map this way and put the creatures around, and I've already started a turn. So you see, the table is filled with components, so you will need everything as you play normally. The one worry I had about the app is that it would control everything, but actually it doesn't control much at all. It tells you about the map, tells you about the creatures and what to do, but other than that, you have to do everything by yourself. You have to have all the cards ready, you have to have all the dice and components and everything. So the app will tell you something like, okay, the creature will use burrow. Burrow. Oh, let's just see on the map. Burrow. Wow. So you need to have all the tokens and the components available, so you can just look up what the app means. And that is very lovely. You will have total gaming feeling about this as in Descent by playing against the Overlord as by playing the app. So let's find out how this game actually works in practice. The app is very nice and functional, and you see it's a very nice graphics as well. But before we start the app and see how it works, let's check out the collection. You see here, collection, the 4th button. Here you can add all the expansions and big expansion, small expansion you have. You see here you can click on all of them, all the ones. So all the green ones, all of those I have. And on the bottom here you can see how much content I can unlock in this app. So what this allows me to do is when I click, let's say Splig here, he could appear in the game, in the campaign. Or if I have a certain expansion, certain side missions will be available during the campaign as well. And everything here unlocks more content in the app and the campaigns that I already have, so it's very nice. So just see, you can click New Campaign and you can use all the heroes you have available and all the classes they can choose. But for now, let's just click Load Campaign. And you have Solo, Northlanders, and the Invincibles, which are 3 different sessions I have. Let's see, Solo. So the app comes with both 2 campaigns. One with Splig the Goblin, and another one, the Kindred Fire. And Splig the Goblins I've played 3 times now with Solo and 2 different groups, and it's very nice. But now it's time to move on because it's a very short campaign. You can play it through in an evening. But this is just a more full campaign. And you see here, this is the map that I had the previous round. And you can click the objective token and click Pass, because I did this already. And the app is just lagging behind. So, remove all figures. This is a nice scenario. You have to build the map all over again, and you start over actually. So, place the entrance and an objective token. Done. And some flavor text. And this is how I can proceed. I need to test the book or eye to find the trail next to the dragon. And here we have a myriad group. So it's a different monster than I have on the table, because I just reloaded the app and it's random. So I have the myriad expansion, and okay, I can use those, and different things will happen. So search tokens, okay, I place those. And objective, track the dragon, sure. So now the app doesn't know anything at all. I can do whatever I want. It's my turn. It says here on the top left, hero turn. So okay, I can do an action, I can do rest, I can do whatever. The app doesn't know. All the app needs to know is what hero has done what. So end turn or knocked out, end turn. So now the minions or monsters will activate. And you see here, the myriads. And first it's a minion myriads, so not the elite. So I have to do the top text at the top first, and afterwards I just do all the actions in order from top to bottom, and I go through it until I can't do it anymore, and of course only take once per round. And if there are any surges, how to use those? Well, on the top here, click the skull, and you can see the priority that the surges will be used. So if immobilize, if it doesn't do any damage, it won't do immobilize, but it will do extra damage instead. So I just do this, and then click the button here, all minions activated, and then the master menu, the red one, will activate and do maybe the same or different things. It depends. And sometimes the master goes first. You don't always know. So now the monster has activated, and it's my turn again. So you see, here is back and forth, more like Imperial Assault. The heroes do, and then the monsters do, and go back and forth. And it becomes more dynamic that way, and you can plan more ahead, and it's much more fun, I think. But now, still, the app doesn't know anything. I can click a search token here, and search it, and look, I found gold, and draw a search card. Cool. So, all I do is just play the game as normal, and tell the app who hasn't been knocked out, or if I defeated a group, or something else, and I just play it through. It's very, very nice. Okay, so the app is very simple to do. And as you see, these are not the worms I had previously. No, I had to set up again, because the app doesn't really save the status mid-scenario. It's not designed for that. It's designed to have one scenario at a time and let you play through it, and then it saves the status. Sometimes you can just lock it and come back later, but don't put all the pieces away and come back later, because, as you see, the monsters have changed, and I can't just reset with new monsters and have the same statuses. It doesn't really work. So, play through the scenario, and you have fun. And each scenario doesn't really take long, an hour maybe, it depends on how big it is. And this is a side mission. And, well, okay, I have to find the card for the Aracuria. So, as I told you, you need to have all the components here in the game to play the game. And there is one thing I don't like here. You can have a map here. You can travel to certain side missions or the main mission, and you can also travel to the city and buy new items. And when you have the items available, you get a list of 6 items you can buy, but it doesn't tell you what the items do. No, you have to dig through your pile of Act 1 or Act 2 items, find the correct items, and okay, that's one. Okay, what's the next one? And you dig through all this all the time. And yeah, a bit nitpicking, but I would like to just have this card available on the screen, and okay, I want that, and then I can find it. I don't want to find all the 6 items and see what they do. Yeah, it's a pain, but it's a very small thing. But I do like that you use all the components in the game, and you have to control everything yourself. The app doesn't micromanage you. So, for instance, I played the Goblin just by tapping through the app and see how far I can push it. So at one point it said, deal 11 damage to all heroes. Like, okay, but still I could just play through it. It didn't force me to kill my heroes, even though they were dead already. They only had 2 health left or something. So the app does not micromanage, and I do like the fact you can play it just as normal Descent, except the Overlord. So normally you could play like a hero moves 1, 2, and the Overlord would go, no, stop there. You have to take a test, or you will fail a trap or something. That doesn't happen here, but the app has full of surprises, and things will happen, monsters will appear, new map tiles will appear, and like this one, you replace the map entirely with new things, and yeah, it's very, very fun. So, if you are on the fence about buying Descent because you have to play the Overlord, you can step over the fence and just embrace the game now, because this game is a great experience. Okay, right now there's only 2 campaigns. The Goblin one is very fast, you can play it through in an evening, and I don't know how big this game, this campaign is, but the point is, this app is great. It's awesome, and I'm positive that Fantasy Flight Games will add more content to this app and just make the game more enriching. And you want to have more expansions now because you get more stuff in the app. And yeah, they totally sold me on this one. It's awesome. It is truly amazing. And finally, I can play this game with my wife because I don't have to be mean against her anymore as the Overlord. Woohoo! It's great, the stuff. So, yeah, I'm gonna stop bragging about this game because the app just fixes everything and the Overlord doesn't need to be there and just play a full dungeon crawl experience like it should be. Great. Okay, thank you for watching this episode of Talkers Reviews. I hope I see you again next time. And also, if you want to influence the games I'm going to review, please check out my Patreon account at patreon.com/talkers. You can see here, you can support me and vote on the next game. Also, if you want to see all the games I reviewed, check out my homepage at reviews.talkers.net/games, and you can see all my reviews so far in English. And Norwegian is brettspill.talkers.net for you Norwegians out there. Okay, thank you and see you.
Thanks so much for watching the Dice Tower videos. Find more great videos and reviews as well as our top-rated audio podcast at Dicetower.com. You can also find other great shows at Dicetowernetwork.com. I'm Eric Summerer, and you've been watching The Dice Tower. The Dice Tower is sponsored by Cool Stuff Inc., where you can find great games for great prices. Cool stuff in stock. Check them out at CoolStuffInc.com.